fume shrooms, and then I think we can plant a couple of hypno shrooms to complement them as a line of defense. If any zombie does get towards the finish line, the hypnos can turn them against each other, but I don't think anybody is going to get that far. I think it's safe to say we have this level is in the bag. So I don't think we'll need to plant the hypnoshrooms. I don't think we have enough time anyways. Let's just plant the freezing shroom. Okay, but we did plant a hypnoshroom. I wonder why. Clicked on the freezing shroom, but anyways. Okay, that one is done. So we get a bag of coins for our efforts. So let's move on to level 2. Let's see what's in store for us. Okay, apparently an advertisement. But so okay, so in addition to the newspaper zombie and the regular zombies, we now have cone heads and bucket heads. Okay, so let's see what we have as Crazy Dave's plans. Marigold, not good. If you want to farm coin, there is no plant like it because it gives out a lot of coin. But if you actually want to do battle, it practically does nothing except act as bait because it has no attack or defense to speak of. So I don't think we'll be using the marigold. The chomper is useful in this level because we have bucket heads which can be taken out in one crunch by the chompers. So we'll keep that here. Okay, then we have the potato mine and explosive plant, useful. Okay, so this time we'll start off the sunshroom and the puffshroom. Yes, let's take the gravedigger, skadish room. Okay, so what else should we take? We already have an explosive plant, so I do not want to take the doom shroom. We can have that. Let's take the tall nut since the bucket heads are here, and maybe I don't need them. I'll just take the pumpkin and the magnet shroom. The magnet shroom should be able to pull off the helmets and the buckets, and then it should be not be very difficult to get rid of our opponents. So yes, I think we'll go with this lineup. So the magnet shroom which we got is quite useful against the bucket heads. Let's start off with the sunshroom and the puffs. We don't need anything else at the starting of the game. So we have three waves right on level 2. We have three waves, so I imagine the night levels are going to be much tougher this time around as we progress. So we'll just line up the Skadish room so that they can do the ranged attack. Okay, so the zombie goes right after a Puffstroom. We lose our Puffstroom and the zombie loses his head. So we are even. Let's take out a grave there. So our first Sunstorm has grown. Okay, the bucket head is here. Let's plant a Magnetstorm before it becomes too late. Okay, the okay, so we lost our Magnetstorm, but at least we got rid of the bucket head. Otherwise, it would have been a lot more trouble. Okay, so the first wave is here. Okay, another bucket head. I think this time we'll plant it sooner to avoid any trouble. So the Magnetstorm will take some time to recharge, but I think we should be okay until then, because there are no more bucket heads in sight. Now I really want to plant some chompers. And then maybe after we are done with the chompers, we can plant another round of Skadish rooms just to give some more ranged attack and do more damage to our opponents. Let's put a pumpkin on the Magnetstorm. It does not, face a lot of difficulty. Let's also start putting in our potato mines because it is slow to recharge and can explode on contact, so we need it sometime later. So all our sunstorms are now given regular sun. So I don't think anyone is going to step on our mines because with the buckethead zombies no longer a threat, this game becomes fairly easy now. Okay, why did I do that? That sunflower, I'm sorry, the sunstream standing right there and looping out sun like not a care in the world. But anyway, we'll just leave it there. Nothing much we can do right now. If we lose it, we'll just plant a puff room in its place. Okay, so and that's that. So it gave us enough sun to rebuild what we had lost, and then it disappeared. So let's plant that final chomper. Okay, so oh, I wanted to know if it would be the chomper that finished off those zombies or would it be the potato mine. Ah, that zombie does not look too happy to lose its head there. So what attacks first? Okay, it's the potato mine. And now the chomper will have his own. Oops, almost lost that chomper there. So we lost a lot of our puff rooms. Need to rebuild the puff room army. Having free puff rooms makes it very easy, at least at the beginning of the game. The puff rooms are not that strong to last, towards the later waves of zombies because they're not as powerful. They're good for the beginning where they can do short ranged bursts against single zombies which come out. But once the wave starts setting in, then they're not as useful and just make up numbers. Okay, so the zombie got exploded by another one of our potato mines. It went boom and our chomper did not have his meal, but I think now it should get that zombie. So we will be using the magnet storm a lot in the next few levels because we still have the screen door zombies to come, and maybe even the football zombies may make a return. So the magnet room is going to be a key in getting past those zombies. So we have that final wave coming in and we hardly seem to have any puff rooms. Not that it will matter much, but let's try to plant some anyways. Let's just plant some marigold just for laughs. Okay, give me at least one coin marigold. Nope. So that marigold not give us anything. But we won this level fairly easy. So we got a bag of coins. Do we have someone in the chat? Okay. So let's start level 3, and the screen door zombies seem to be making an entry here. So the screen door zombies will be here, so we'll need the magnet room again. Ooh. Okay. Melon pult, tall nut, and split pea. Okay, so I don't think the split pea is going to be very useful in this level since we do not have any zombies attacking from the back. So unless we are in deep need where the zombies has made it to somewhere towards the end of our house and we do not have any plants protecting the house, in such cases we can plant the split pea, but otherwise I don't think we are going to have to do something that drastic. Okay, we'll keep the tall nut as our defensive plant this time. The melons are expensive, so I don't know if we'll get a chance to use them, but let's try. So I took the shunt shroom and the puff shroom, the grave digger, yes, and yeah, the fume shrooms are necessary to survive against the screen doors. Okay, definitely need the magnet shroom. If we can get the screen door off of the zombie, then even the fume shrooms are not that necessary, but we'll keep it. So since we have the melon pult, we may think of planting that, so I won't take the scary shroom this time. I'll go with big doom shroom. So, or maybe we'll just take an imitation tall nut. I think that would be better. I'll go with the imitation tall nut. Doom shrooms are not so necessary this early anyways. Sunshroom here. Let's go with the puff room. So sunflowers in all lanes, puff rooms in the first lane, so we'll plant an additional lane just to bolster our initial offense and defense. We have two waves, so we'll try to plant the fume shrooms, and if possible we'll plant a couple of melon pults, but I really don't think we'll be able to plant many because at 300 sun per plant it's not very cheap to come by. So we just lost a puff room to the cone head. Not that big of a loss since it does not really cost anything. So our sunflowers are slowly starting to give out the regular sun now. They have grown to full size. So that's the last grave. Now we can concentrate on building up the tall nuts and also the fume shrooms. Then maybe later we can go in for the magnet. There's a wave coming, so let's try to plant as many tall nuts as possible. Okay, so that's like the calm before the storm. We had a few seconds where there was no zombie before the wave started to hit. Okay, and I don't know, again we planted a sunshroom right there in the front lines. So I think my fingers are getting bigger. But okay, there it comes. So let's do this. We'll plant a tall nut right in front of the magnet room, but first let's build something up. So another screen door zombie approaches. The puff rooms do not really do any kind of damage to the screen door zombie. They waltz right through the puff rooms. The fume rooms, on the other hand, make short work of the screen doors because their attacks go right through them. So let's start planting the fume rooms now. And I don't think we are going to be planting any melon pults because we still need to plant fume rooms, and I think by the time we plant all the fume rooms the next wave will hit, so we won't really have much time for planting any melon pults. Fume rooms are not really that necessary because by the time they come within range of the screen door zombies, the magnet room has already pulled away on their door, so they are basically defenseless and can be taken care of by the puff rooms as well. They become just like the regular zombies. Okay, so we still have some time before the next wave hits. Let's see if we can get a melon pulled after all, because we do not have anything much to do now, just the melon pult. So let's try to plant one. Okay, I wonder why that zombie is taking so much time to beat. Does not look that tough. Okay, so we'll plant a melon pult right in the middle where the flag zombie is approaching. So that big zombie flag carrying zombie just lost his head. And the good thing about melon pulse is, even though it's a bit expensive, considering that it does area damage, it's quite useful. This is especially useful in the rooftop stages where you can also face gargantors, and it, upgrading it to the melon pult is makes it all the more better because the winter melons also slow down zombies, but right now we don't need them. Okay, let's start level 4. So what do we have in store for us? Okay, the vaulting zombie makes a return. There's a screen door again, and the coneheads and the regular zombies. So for us, Crazy Dave has chosen this time a Doom Shroom. Okay, we'll utilize that here. The Squash, it's fine as well, and the Grave Buster. We were taking Grave Busters anyway, so I'm actually happy with this lineup. So we'll take the Sunshroom and the Puffshroom. Okay, the Tall Nuts to stop the vaulting zombies. Let's take the Fume Shroom. Even though the Magnet Shroom should be able to steal off the screen doors, but anyway we can just go for it. Let's also take the Magnet Shroom again. And which plant should we take as our final one? Okay, we have a Squash. We don't really need anything at the moment, so let's take the Scary Shroom since we do not have anything else. Or maybe I'll go with the Imitation Tall Nut because the Scary Shroom is not very useful here. We'll go for the Imitation Tall Nut, and I think that should work out for us. A lot more graves in this level. Okay, so there are 3 waves this time. So the night levels are usually easier at the start of the game than the day levels, and get more difficult as the level goes by, because initially in the day levels you have to use sun on everything. There are no free plants like the night levels. So if you want even a pea shooter, you need to spend 100 sun. but you can get a perfume for free. You can almost plant 3 or 4 of them before the first zombie hits, and so. But later in the game, the sun production is not as good in the night levels, especially since we do not have an upgrade for the sunshroom like we have for the sunflower. So that makes it a bit difficult late game. And also the night plants, the mushrooms are not as powerful as the day plants. In general, we do have one overpowered one in the doomshroom which can take out a whole lot of zombies, but other than that, they are not that powerful. So I think at the beginning of the level, it is the night level which is more easier, and when we go towards the end, it's the day level. So need to remove some more graves. I think it's also time that we planted a magnet shroom. That vaulting zombie is getting dangerously close. Let's plant the fume shroom. That should take care of it. You can also plant the squash, but I do not want to spend much on the squash right now since it's one time hit only. Taking out the graves is of a lot of importance. We don't really realize it, but at the final waves there are some zombies which comes out of the graves, and given how many zombies are coming out of the waves in the adventure 2 mode, it's better we keep the number as minimal as possible. Okay, so that was bad timing on my part. Should have waited for the zombie to go away. Okay, no, come on. Ah, thank you. So we managed to finish that grave before the zombie could eat our plant up. So as you can see, the fume shroom is making very very short work of that screen door zombie. Managed to go right through all the puff shrooms, but the screen door zombie managed to defeat it quite easily. So it is the biggest weakness of the screen door zombie, the fume shroom. Okay, so this is the final zombie before the second wave, or not. The second wave seems quite far away. I'm not sure why there are not many zombies right now. As if on cue. Okay, so 4 more zombies pop in. For a moment I thought a wave was coming in because there are hardly any zombies on the screen. But then I checked the flags and I saw the next flag was quite some time away. It's obviously not time for the second wave. So the progress bar, as you can see, is still quite far away from the second wave. And now I think we should plant a magnet shroom. So we'll plant it in the middle row. Because it isn't as useful in the corner rows, because we need to give it enough range. So I got rid of that puff shroom so that we can plant the magnet shroom there, and it immediately takes away the screen door of the zombie, leaving it weak. And we'll plant a few squashes other places. Okay, and squash. So the squashes are good for one hit one squash, or if there are multiple zombies on the same tile, that's when it becomes more useful. But we don't have that right now, so just the one. Just plant a few more of these monsters here, so if any zombies do come in, they go flat out. And I'll then use the doom shroom for level the third flag, because right now, or should I just use it? Let's use it right now. We managed to destroy the entire wave. So, but we also got a crater right there in the middle where we cannot plant anything for some time at least. So the doom shrooms are the most powerful plant in this game. It's like boom, and half the zombies from half the screen are all done for. The cherry bomb only hits in a square of 9, but the doom shroom has far more range. But it's available only at night, or you could use it as a timer bomb if you use it along with a coffee bean during the day. So let's plant some more of these squashers. We won't be needing them much, but let's plant them anyways in case it comes down to it. So our doom shroom is ready to blow off, but we'll wave it for now. We'll just keep it as is and wait for the next wave to hit before we use it. Meanwhile, our puff shrooms are fighting a battle on the front lines against the zombies, and the heavy guys are standing right behind, waiting for any of the zombies to slip to the cracks and get through them. We should be able to clear this level without many problems, because I think we have a good defense and offense now. Nothing very difficult coming on. And the magnet shroom taking away all the zombies screen doors means that we do not need to worry about, okay, I really need to do something about this sunshroom problem. I am somehow managing to plant sunshrooms everywhere. I don't know why. So the crater is almost filled. So hopefully it gets fully filled so that we can plant something there. And it's almost time for the third wave to set in. Can we plant anything there yet? Nope. But we should be able to. Okay, so now it's free. So now we can plant whatever we need there. I'll just fix the stall nut. Just add one more in front of it. Okay, the imitator got eaten before it could grow into a full-fledged tall nut. Okay, almost time for the big third wave to come in. So our doomshrooms are ready. So just wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, ooh, quite a big wave of zombies. Wow, that number is huge. So on time, and they're gone, and now it's only the Walters that remain, but nothing very difficult, nothing we can't handle at the moment. Okay, so that end was a bit anticlimactic. Unfortunately, I could not use it